guys. I tend to get a little bit dramatic, and I talk about some things that aren't the greatest. Like last couple of days, I shared basic training, and I shared AIT school with you the day before that. I shared with you guys some depressing things about. Excuse me, sorry, I'm trying to fix this. My my dad, and what was I growing up in my house? Everything looks crooked. Sorry. Hope that's all right. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about the good things. You know, I married this beautiful woman. Um, I wouldn't gotten married again if it weren't for Deanna. I got married before, and it didn't turn out well. But it was my fault. I take full responsibility. I just wasn't available for her. But my wife, in her infinite wisdom, is starting to make me see things a little bit differently. You know, she's like, why wasn't your first wife at your graduation ceremonies? When I watch your videos and I hear about that, it just makes me mad. And I'm like, oh, it never occurred to me. You know, she didn't. She got impatient for me to come home, but she could have been there for me, and she never was. And I was like, maybe subconsciously I just shut down and quit. I don't know, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Today I want to talk about the city I live in and some of the really, really good people I've met and why I like them so much. I guess the first really, really good person I met were all the nice people at HEB on Saunders. Just you know, we're not a tiny little town, one horse town with one stoplight. Laredo is the 10th most oops, I said what town I live in. Sorry. The border town that I live in is the 10th most populated city in the entire state of Texas. But when you go to our particular grocery store, my wife likes to, sometimes we shop at other HEBs, but it doesn't feel the same. We've shopped at the same HEB so much, and the people are so nice to us that Margie is one of them. Deanna is another one of them. Danny is the manager. The people that work there are just so genuinely decent and nice. It's just like you feel like you're in a small town in a big town. I love our HEB. The next person I met was Mario Romo over at Twin City Cyclery. Twin City Cyclery. Now they're on Del Mar, but they've moved 3 times. Started off on Shiloh by the bike trails, and then he moved over to Sinatra and Jacquemont during the pandemic, and then he moved again, and he's still going strong. He's helped me. I can't afford to bike right now, and it's a very expensive exercise. I love it. I love everything about it. I love the fact that you don't need gas or any kind of electricity to get around. You can just use your own 2 legs and go and get a great workout. And cycling works the whole body. But Mario is just such a decent human. He's just a nice guy, man. He's done so much for me in the past, and I just think the world of him. And then there's Freddie and Itza, and pretty much the whole staff over at Grifols Biomet Plasma. You know, money's tight. You know, when I retired from my MOS was activated again, but so I'm making full-time money again. But when I was on my pension, when I retired, I wasn't married, and I didn't plan on it. Oops. So they retired you whatever you based upon your pay as a single adult. And even though money goes farther here where I live now than where it would if I would have been living in Dallas Fort Worth, it doesn't go far enough. And if you're a decent human being, even if I didn't make money donating plasma, I would donate my whole blood because there's just too many people that benefit from that. And then plus, when you donate whole blood, you store blood in you. I have a rare blood type, the rarest blood type, or a rare blood type, a rare blood type. I'm not sure what's the rarest. I'm just exaggerating. I don't really know. But anyway, over at Grifols Biomet, Itza's just a nice, decent young lady that is going to wind up making one guy very, very happy. And there's just that whole staff of just really nice people over there. You know, Genesis and Deborah and Mark and John and Jesus but Freddie and Itza, Freddie is like I'm not kidding. When I call him brother from another mother, I mean he and I just connect. And not only is he the best I've been donating plasma as an extra income because I used to donate my whole blood, and I'm like, you get cash money. Now it helps me pay for bills, you know. But because even though I'm making more money now, with my part-time work and with everything else, the extra money I get paid at plasma, it pays for my groceries. You know, because it's just two of us. But still, I spend at least $180 to $100 a week on groceries for the two of us, and we don't eat expensive. You know, and it still costs money. And when I sit down to donate plasma, Freddie is he's so smart. I mean, he's one of the smartest people. Don't ever tell me the Latin American people are stupid or lazy, because they are not. I have, growing up, I've mentioned this before, but there has been a Mexican man in my family longer than I've been in my family. My father, who is a bigot racist, and my Tio Fernando clicked and got along very well. So even though my father talked about how he didn't like Mexicans and blacks and all this other stuff, my father was a racist. My biological father, not the man that raised me, but the man that helped my mother birth me, was a racist. And anyway, but my Tio Fernando just set me on the right path. How was I supposed to know? The only woman that I was meant for was going to be a beautiful Mexican girl. I didn't know that. Anyway, long story short, Freddie over at Grifols Biomet he's a hoot. He's funny. He's given me advice on stuff that I have to do around my house to keep my house running. And every single time he's given me advice, it's worked, and it's been better than anything I come up on my own. He's got a great sense of humor. He still likes the game. I like the game occasionally. And he's just a really, really good dude. Itza, just a beautiful young lady with a beautiful soul. She works there too. And whenever Freddie can't, the thing about, I've been donating plasma for since like 1990, 90, 91, 92, 30 some plus years. And so what happens when you donate plasma a lot for all over a long period of time, your veins, they develop calluses, and you can no longer tap there. Well, this guy's been donating. The other day I got a blanket for donating since just going back to 2019, and I've donated over 500 times. Do the math. That's 2019. I got a blanket for donating. Shoot, if they really gave me a plan of something for the amount of times I've donated, you'd probably get a new car. But out of all the people that have I've worked with at Grifols or anywhere, because I've donated everywhere. I was curious. It became a regular thing for me. So I've donated. Maybe that's part of my problem. I should have stayed at Grifols, and they probably would have taken better care of me. But I have donated everywhere. And but the best company is Grifols Biomet, and the two best people that have ever, and I'm not kidding. Probably because Itza probably learned from Freddie, but Itza and Freddie are the two blessed phlebotomists I've come across. They both make a great embalmer. Embalming is easier than phlebotomy. The fact that they can palpate this little vein with a pair of wearing latex gloves just is beyond me. But on top of that, I like talking to the both of them. You know, Itza is a sweetheart. She's smart. She's nice. She's very respectable. Freddie is just, like I said, he's funny, and he's smart, and he's nice. He's a daddy. He's got a little girl, and he's got a beautiful wife, and her name is the same, close to him. My wife's name is, and his wife's name are very similar. As a matter of fact, his wife could be like my wife's sister. They look alike. And Freddie's I like riding bikes. He likes riding bikes with motors on them. He's a motorcycle guy. And I would have never, don't get me wrong. I mean, I spent 30 something years in the Army. So I'm used to seeing people clean cut. So I would have never given, and this is wrong. This is my bad, not his. But I would never given somebody the time of day. He's got the whole ZZ Top beard going on. He's just the most decent human being. I guess out of being here in Laredo, even though I make money when I donate plasma, I enjoy being around Freddie so much that he's a delight. He's just an awesome guy, and he's just the same way. And so is the whole staff, really. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but there's another guy with short, dark hair that's curly, and he's just really cool. And Mariano is a good guy, and just I just like the whole staff. And I'm going there today, and I know I'm gonna make some money going over there, but I just enjoy being around that whole the people over there. So yeah, Laredo may the people here are rude, the drivers are terrible. I don't know. Most of the people that I come across here, are half-wit and have no manners and are very inconsiderate, very selfish. Just like my wife said, so a lot of people here are just born programmed wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. My brother who's now gone would have fit in great here, but there are a few bright spots, and Freddie and Issa, who I'll see today, are definitely that bright spots in a dim city. But so yeah, even though there's a lot of things to be down about, Laredo is a good town. My wife's family. I'm not speaking to them right now. Honestly, I really don't want to because they voted for the FOOP. But outside of that, her family. I mean, my wife's nephew is one of the best people I've ever met. He voted for the FOOP because his father voted for the FOOP. But I think if he really, really knew what he was doing, he probably would have never given him the time of day. Because I think what's going to happen is he's going to eventually form his own mind and his own ideas, and he's going to wind up being a successful person. It's just my nephew-in-law is just a phenomenal person. My niece-in-law has got some maturing to do, but she's super smart. I mean, she's super smart. And I love my sister-in-law. She's a sweetheart. My brother-in-law is a solid dude. Until the FOOP's out of office as a principal, I really am kind of avoiding talking to them because I don't want to get into the whole political thing because it bothers me so much. But I love my wife's family. They're very, very good people. My wife's aunt, who lives across the border here, we go see her on a regular basis. She's a really nice lady. She lets me pray for them because I told you guys that I love God. And anyway, I guess Laredo does have some good stuff about it. I enjoy going across. The food over there is inexpensive and excellent. El Siberia and La Padrinos, or is it the other way around? El Padrinos and La Siberia are both really, really good eating spots, and the food is phenomenal. If they ever need glasses, it costs me less money to not use my insurance and go over there and get my eyes checked and glasses than it costs me to use my insurance and get my glasses here. And I'm not kidding when I say that. With my eyes are very sensitive to the light, and I need a dark tint. These are not sunglasses. These are eyeglasses. But I need a dark tint because my eyes, as I've gotten older, my eyes are very sensitive to bright light, and I get headaches. And I now have a floater that won't go away. I think my vitreous tumor is damaged, and I get headaches all the time. But now that I've been wearing darkly tinted lenses, the headaches are going away, and my eyes don't sting. But I got them made over there, and I'm just like I said, it's just Laredo has bright spots and bright spot people here. It's not that bad. Like I said, I enjoy going across. I need to use it if I find it when I go across to the pharmacy for stuff. The whole staff at Simi's is just so nice. When I used to get my hair cut over there until I'm convinced the people that I'm not going to say the name of the place because I still like the people there. I just felt like they saw that we were better off than the average person, and I think they took a little bit of advantage of us. But they did a really good job on my hair while I got my hair cut there. And my wife is now learning to cut hair. She's getting better at it. My wife is good at everything she ever puts her hands on. My wife puts her mind to something, she can accomplish anything. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Laredo it may not be the best city to live in, but there are definitely some good people here. And there's things to do here, and it's not that horrible. So in a nutshell, that's it. If I said something that annoyed you and you want to chew me out, please say so in the comment section. If you guys want to encourage me, please do so in the comment section, and I'll keep on doing what I did to get encouraged in the first place. But either way, please subscribe. I'm going to try to come to you guys every day with something, and try to grow a channel. And maybe one day, if my dreams come true and I get monetized, I'll put more into my channel. I'll do some interesting things on it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. God bless you guys. Jesus loves you. Vote Democrat. Let's get this FOOP out of office. And I love you guys. See y'all later.